Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of Tales from the Fandom. Today, I am joined by a special guest that I stumbled across on the world of Instagram, and I'm proud to have them joining me today. I'm joined by Java. You might know them on Instagram as Cuchintachan Cosplay. I am so excited to have them talk with me today. Java, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am surviving and thriving in the hot Florida summer as best as I can by staying inside and not going outside.
That's good. I mean, we should be inside anyway, considering. Yeah.
Yes, staying inside is kind of like my like what people call my brand or the thing that I love to do. Like I would go outside more if it was just cold. I live in the wrong part of the world
Mm,
for real. Like that's my problem.
mm. I also am an indoor person.
Like just everything good is indoors. There's there now. I take that back. There are some good things outside, but
Hmm.
I could just exist in my house
Yeah.
and the air conditioning. We are not here to talk about staying indoors, although it'd be a wonderfully different podcast for for that. We're here to talk fandoms and stuff that you're into, and there's one. And if for longtime listeners, I'm actually holding the game in my hand. It's still sealed in shrink wrap
Still
because
sealed?
I bought it during I believe Black Friday of 2020, where it was on super sale, and I still haven't touched it. So I apologize to those listeners who maybe heard me say I was going to play it at some point. But you're really into Fire Emblem Three Houses.
I am. It was like I like you actually. I did get it on Black Friday, but it was like 2019. It was the same year that it came out, so it was not on sale. But like I had seen everyone on my Twitter feed, like a bunch of friends were playing it, and I was like, "Oh, it looks cool." Um, Maybe I should like and then actually I had thought about playing it, but I was like, "Oh, I don't have a Switch. I don't want to have to get a console just for this game." But then one day I saw my friend actually playing it like in front of me, and I had no idea what the gameplay of Fire Emblem was. I had never played any of the previous games before. So I had no idea how you played the game, but then when I saw her playing it, it's basically like chess sort of, right? Like it's a grid and you put your players in certain positions so that you could like and then like they have a battle, right?
Hmm.
So once I saw that, I remembered that I had previously loved playing games with that same type of gameplay before. So I was like, "Oh, that's how the gameplay of Fire Emblem is." And I that was like the last push that made me like, I'll get it. I'll get a Switch. A very good decision, looking back on it, because a Switch was very handy this past year. I hadn't had like a game console in years prior to the Switch. So I always like kind of missed out on video games for a while. Basically, like I had like I think I hadn't like actively played video games as much as like my peers because I always never had like a system for it, like a
Hmm.
PS2 or like an Xbox. I never had one of those. I missed out on like a lot of like I guess I don't really consider myself that much of a gamer, but I do enjoy video games, and thanks to the Switch, like I've been able to play a lot more recently, like in the last couple of years, because you could just download them onto your system. You don't actually need to go out and get a physical game if you don't want to. Um, just good and bad for me. Yeah.
Okay. I know I know that you probably made real like you said, you made a really good choice with getting that Switch in 2019,
Oh, totally.
because I remember once the people started going into lockdown and
Mhm.
everything and quarantine, that Switch became very hard to find
Oh my
and very
god.
expensive.
Oh my god. Can I tell you, one of the last things that my sister and I did right before everything started, like, shutting down was, you know how, like, Animal Crossing was coming out in March of
Yep,
2020? And they were releasing, like, a special edition, like, Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch,
yep,
uh, and my sister wanted it so bad. We spent, like, one of the last, like, I think maybe it was the day or 2 right before lockdown, we spent that afternoon going to, like, 10 different places and calling up 10 different places to see if they had the Animal Crossing, Switch and the game, and we managed to find it in one GameStop, like, maybe half an hour from our house, like, one that we never go to, one that we forget is even there, like, but we found it. It was, like, one of 2 in the store, and I still can't believe we even managed to get it even right before everything, like, shut down.
right. I know. You used to see them all the time. 2020 or 2019. You're like, oh, there's like plenty of Switches all over. It's not hard to find
Mhm.
anymore. But right around the end of March or April, it was barren. Like you couldn't find them for nothing. I
Right?
know my kids were all like they were thinking about getting a Switch Lite at one point, and I said, "Yeah, that's not happening because nobody has them. Like
Yeah.
there's just none. You guys can use my Switch and play stuff on it, and I'll download some games for you or get some games, but you guys can't have your own you can't have your own console."
Mhm.
With Fire Emblem Three Houses, I've watched people play,
Mhm.
so I know that it's intensive as far as like time, like putting the time into it to
Oh,
play
yeah.
through. Out of curiosity, because I know there's a number of stories to go through.
I
Who
did all of them.
I was good at. Who is your favorite? Who did you enjoy the most to go through?
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. My favorite house is actually none of the aforementioned 3 houses. My favorite house is the DLC hidden basement house under the school, under the monastery, actually. My favorite house is actually, like, the DLC content house.
Okay, that's the wolves, right?
Yeah,
Something wolves.
yeah. Um, but as far as the actual 3 houses, I started off with Blue Lions, which is, like, Dimitri's house, so I might be biased because they were my first house, but I did enjoy playing all of the routes, though.
Okay. Well, what was it about the wolves that got you the most? Like, because I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that like that was their house, like that
Oh
was
my
the one that
god,
they dug.
slander. Okay, so they started releasing, like, news about the DLC content, like, in February 2020. As soon as I saw, like, the screenshots of, like, the new characters, I saw that their color scheme was, like, darker, they were, like, hidden in the basement. I was like, people were joking that they were, like, the basement goths of Fire Emblem of 3 houses. So I was like, "Oh, me. That's my house then. I like them."
The
And also, like, the house leader, I'm I've always been drawn to really androgynous characters, so as soon as I saw the house leader, I was like, "That one. I like that one." Um, like, I don't know who they are, I don't know what their story is, but I think I like this one. And then, like, they had a trailer for it, and you got to see that that character's name was Yuri, and me, who has come from, like, a Yuri on Ice high, is like, "Oh, his name is Yuri? Oh, well, I have to cosplay him now."
oh my goodness, that is That is something. That is definitely something where if you've got that connection from a previous fandom that you're in, it just falls into place, and you
Mhm. And it's like and then I played the DLC and like like he fortunately wound up actually being my favorite, not because of the shallow reasons of his appearance and his name, but I did actually really like his character in general.
I know you said that you watched the gameplay and it was like more strategy, like putting the people, the characters out there for battle. What was the draw once you got the game? Was it that kind of action? Was it the story, the art and animation? What really kept you playing through all the routes? Because that's a lot of time to sink
Yeah,
in.
it's a lot of time and it's really tedious, especially the first half of the game. Like the first half of the game, no matter which leader you choose, it's more or less pretty similar the whole time, like every time. So it did get really tedious, but I kept going forward because I wanted to know the whole story from like all the angles. Also, like just the battles, like having battles was fun. Like sometimes I would just have battles for the heck of it because it was fun. Also, the
Oh,
characters are really I like a lot of the character designs too. I feel like as a cosplayer, like I always go into like a series or a fandom or whatever with the intention of I'm probably going to want to cosplay something from it. And I want to cosplay several people from Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's a problem.
I know that I follow a number of people that have also played through Three Houses, and some of them just have costumes upon like different characters. Just they did this character. Okay, they're gonna make this character now.
Mhm.
That somebody's doing this character. Well, they're gonna do another character that matches them, and it's just
Mhm.
it seems like it's one of the more cosplay friendly like fandoms out there. Not only is there a character for everybody essentially, but there's just so many combinations you can do.
Mhm. And sometimes they give like characters multiple outfits. So then it's like, well, now I got to cosplay this version.
Oh my goodness. Now with you playing Fire Emblem, when let's say like the next Fire Emblem game comes out,
Mhm.
will that be something that you give more of a look to when it comes out to say maybe you're interested in it, or will it still be maybe you're going to watch somebody play first to see how it is?
I think now that I have an experience with a Fire Emblem game, I think I'd be more likely to like at least check it out to see what it's like. I might like hold off a bit in the well, it depends, right? Like as like with any game like they're going to show previews and stuff. Like if I wind up seeing something that is interesting in like those previews or whatever, I might like consider checking it out.
Mhm. I totally I get that. I know that for me, I had purchased one of the 3DS games, and again, never opened it and never played it, even though it was highly recommended, and I should have. I just didn't, and I don't even know where it is. In fact, I'm looking around right now. I'm like, I wonder where I put that game. It's probably in one of my totes next to the desk, but it is what it is.
Mhm.
I know that with Fire Emblem, I know that it's a long game that you have to invest time in, and I just try to figure out like where I can get that time because I want to play it because I heard the story's really good.
Mhm. Oh my gosh, like I feel like it definitely consumed me for a bit. Um and also like I would also recommend it to friends and then I got them hooked onto it. Uh, and I was like, "Well, my bad." But now you're here with me and we could talk about it.
That's right. See, it all works out. It all works out. Just get into the stuff that people want to talk about. Like, do it.
Mhm.
listen to Java talk about stuff. Get into the game.
Mhm.
So on top of Fire Emblem, you have I guess not a niche section of the anime world that you're into, but it's definitely one that has been talked about more on this podcast lately than I ever expected, which is the world of sports anime, which
Yeah.
is is popular. I know back in the 2000s, I was into Prince of Tennis, and I know I've had a few people recently talk about a number of different sports anime. And you had mentioned a few. You'd mentioned Yuri on Ice, and you mentioned Haikyuu before
Mhm.
we started recording. What was it about Yuri on Ice? Because that's one I have not seen, but I've heard really good things. What was the draw for that one?
I love Yuri on Ice. Well, okay, so I feel like the main one of the main draws is that it has a homosexual couple in it, like a canon homosexual couple in it. I think that's like one of the main draws for it. So like a bunch of people, like I know that's why a lot of people really like it because it was like a mainstream anime that had like two men falling in love with each other. So like that was kind of like the main reason why I got into it, and also because everyone was talking about it, so I was like, all right, let's check it out. Wound up loving it. um well, I had always been a figure skating fan in general even before Yuri on Ice. Yuri on Ice was just a really nice show. Like it does have like the gay couple. It's not just about the two men falling in love. It's like what Yuri on Ice is just about the main character overcoming his like insecurities, his anxiety, and succeeding. It's about like appreciate like learning to appreciate the good in your life. And that's what I liked about it. The ga- the the gay aspect of it was like kind of a bonus also, so that was nice too. Also, it's animated very nicely. The creators originally made the show because they wanted to portray their love for figure skating as a sport, and I just think it was really cool.
Now, were you into anime before Yuri on Ice, or was
Oh
it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. What
Mhm.
like particularly sports anime, or just like you watched everything and then you kind of found your way to sports anime?
Here's the thing, I actually was not that much of a fan of sports anime. I've been watching anime for years upon years now, since like middle school, or yeah, middle school, and I was never really drawn to sports anime. Like I never watched Prince of Tennis, I never watched see, like I don't even know any other I don't know any other sports anime. But yeah, I was never really a sports anime watcher before, but um I decided to give well, actually I got into Haikyuu first before Yuri on Ice. So Haikyuu was the first sports anime that I got into. Um Haikyuu I got into because it was one of those animes that had like a popular surge on the internet several years ago. So I was like, all right, let's try this out. I want to see what's going on with this anime. It's like my favorite thing now. Still my one of my favorite things. But yeah, I was never into sports anime until Haikyuu and Yuri on Ice. Not really sure if I am oh, actually no, there was another one. There was another one that I got into before Haikyuu and Yuri on Ice, and that was Free, which was the swimming anime.
I've heard that's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I actually never managed to finish that one. I really should. I like never got to finish season 2, but I remember really liking season 1. That one I think I got into because that was like that blew up on the internet because it looked really fan servicey and stuff. Uh, and it's not just fan servicey. Uh, but that one was the first like sports anime I got into, and then Haikyuu, and then Yuri on Ice.
with the way that you are finding these anime, is it more so that because people are talking about them, you want to watch them to see what everybody's talking about, or that you want to get involved in the conversation?
It's mostly just to see what people are talking about, and then, like, I typically like, I feel like I usually experience fandom with, like, people who are close to me, or I usually experience fandom for myself, and then if, like, it's something that I need to talk about with people, I usually turn to my friends first and be like, "Hey, can you get into this thing so we could talk about it?" And that's how I roped in several friends into Fire Emblem.
That is I think that's the best way to do it initially, especially with how the internet is,
Mhm.
where you're like, "Oh, hey, I like this," and they're like, "How could you like this? What are you talking about? You're watching it wrong." And then you're like, "I'll watch my anime and not talk to people about it."
Yeah. Like, usually I seek things out mostly for, like, my own enjoyment.
Now, with Haikyuu, because I've seen, I think the first 2 seasons of it, and I've
Mhm.
missed, I haven't watched the rest of it. With Haikyuu, once you started watching it, what was the hook? What hooked you into that show to keep you watching?
I don't know, I think it's just, like, the characters are just so compelling and just so good, just, like, you just wanna see them, like, succeed, and it's also really cool to see like, their growth throughout the series and how they interact with each other. It's just really cool. They're just, like, good kids, let's let them play ball, they just wanna play ball.
it's it's something, especially Haikyuu, because I taught in Japan for 2 years, and one
Mhm.
of the things that I enjoyed was I got to teach in a Japanese middle school, and the club that I was most associated with was volleyball,
Oh, cool.
and it was something to watch them practice and them play, and then watching Haikyuu and kind of seeing like like little bits of similarities here and there.
Mhm.
It was just really neat to watch and get hooked into the show. And like you said, I got hooked into the characters and hooked into, like, okay, now you have these kids who are about to graduate or go on to do other stuff, and you really want them to just get that win and
Mhm.
get where they want to go. And oh, it sometimes it's like, "Come on, we can do it. You guys be a team."
And it's like, you see, like, them working so hard, and it's like, You're so good, I just want you guys to win."
It is something. I love the group. I tend to like the the more of the side characters versus the main characters, like the main two. I can't remember. I
Oh,
cannot for the
the little one is Hinata, the one with the orange
Yes.
hair,
Yep.
and then the taller one, his rival slash teammate is Kageyama.
Yes, like, see, I like those 2, but I like everyone else on the team more so. Like, there's just, what, Nishinoya, like,
I love
oh
Nishinoya.
gosh, him, and then the really quiet, like, senior of the group, I'm gonna pull up the character's name because I don't wanna butcher it. Oh, where's my, Sugawara, like, I love
Love
Sugawara.
him. Love him. It's so funny because, like, a bunch of my friends are all into Haikyuu. They say that I am the Sugawara of our group.
Oh, yeah, Nishinoya is interesting because when I knew about volleyball, I had no clue about that role. Like, that role
Yeah.
doesn't exist. And then a couple years back, they added that position. I was like, what is this? What, like, I had to look it up on the internet to figure out what they were even talking about. And I was
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, like I get it now. I really like he and that, like, like they just get into such wacky stuff sometimes. But I really dig the show. I like that they not only focus on the Karasuno kids, but they
Mhm.
also have they spend time with some of the other schools that they play and other some of the other characters instead of just letting them be no face like rivals
Oh,
essentially.
yeah, I love that too. Like, um, I always tell people when I try to get them into Haikyuu, I'm like, "You're going to watch this, and then you're going to adopt, like, 50 kids." You're going to love all these kids. Like even like the schools you see like for maybe 2 or 3 episodes, you'll like them too. I don't know if there's like any character that I dislike in that entire show.
Now, have you seen all of Haikyuu, or is there still more? Is the show over?
Um Season 4 just wrapped up earlier this year. Yeah, it just wrapped up earlier this year. I think I'm not sure if they're doing any more of the anime. But also the manga just ended earlier. No, sorry. The manga just ended sometime last year, in the middle of last year. So the manga's over, but as for the anime continuing the story, I'm not sure yet.
Okay, but definitely highly recommended to watch the show to
Mhm.
go through it.
Yeah, like what you said about like watching volleyball in real life versus like watching Haikyuu. Before Haikyuu, my knowledge of volleyball was just we're just hitting a ball over a net back and forth. I did not understand. I didn't know that there were like so much more like parts to it, you know? Like I didn't know about positions, I didn't know about like strategies. Like I didn't know what a libero was.
Yep.
And then after Haikyuu, whenever I watch like real life volleyball now, I'm like, oh, I get it now. And like I'm actually able to see like certain plays that have I've seen in the anime, like but like in real life. And I'm like, oh, I get it now.
I right there like I've it's something to just be to watch and to see and to then see it reflected in anime and be like I get it like I understand now.
Hmm.
It's just a wonderful thing.
Like one of my cousins, she plays high school volleyball, and like ever since like she told us that she was going to play volleyball, like we the rest of us cousins who also watch Haikyuu, we always like tell her like, "Oh, nice receive, nice kill." Like all the stuff that they that they say in the show, we like say at her, and we were like, "Can we go to your game?" We're trying to get her into Haikyuu. She's not she doesn't watch anime, but we were like, "Try this one."
That's right. Or just when birthday rolls around, you're like, here's a jersey. It just happens to
Yeah.
be from the anime.
Like, what's your favorite number? We'll just get, what's your number on your team at school? We'll get you one that's the same number as on Karasuno.
That's right. And then you'll have a favorite character if it's the same one, like one to somebody else. You just adopt an anime character. Now, let's see here. So we talked about Yuri and Haikyuu, and we talked about Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now, there is something that you mentioned that you during the quarantine you binge watched, and I just want to bring that up because I think that
Mhm.
a lot of people don't really talk about it that much. And I love the show, which is you binge watched The Good Place.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Uh my sister had watched it before me. Like I think she was actually keeping up with it as it was like airing on television. But then like during the quarantine, she saw that Netflix had the show and she was like, "Let's watch it." And I was like, I had heard of it uh before, but I had never like sat down and watched it. But since quarantine started, we were like, well, we got nothing else to do. Why don't we just watch it?
Mhm.
So we started with like one a day, one episode a day. And then like as the series kept going, I was like, oh no, 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 no. One episode a day is not gonna cut it. We need to watch like several. Like I need to know what happens. Um, but yeah, it I wound up we wound up binge watching it within maybe like a month, month and a half or something.
Okay.
I don't remember, but uh I wound up really loving it. I mean, I've always been a fan of the afterlife, like personified, I guess, or like I've been a fan of like different like versions of the afterlife,
Mhm.
in all types of media. Like I just found it interesting that like the afterlife was in a kind of like an office setting or whatever.
Right.
I've always found that really like interesting. Like um another example of that I could think of is like in the anime Black Butler, like the Grim Reapers are all some kind of like organization, and they all have like assignments or whatever. I just like think the portrayal of like the afterlife like that has always been interesting.
What hooked you once you got started with The Good Place? What kept you going?
Just like the story, like, oh, is are they gonna pull this off? Like, I without like saying any spoilers, but like, oh, are they gonna pull this off? What are they gonna do? How are they gonna get through this? Like, can they keep this thing up this whole time? There's like 4 seasons. I don't understand what's going to happen. Like, what else can happen in like 4 seasons? But it was good. I really liked it. Also, I don't know how. It just my sister mentioned it and I kind of agree, but she says that The Good Place, like even though it's like a live action show from America, it seems to have like anime energy. I don't know how to describe it.
I can understand that, and I was watching like whenever it was airing, so I'd always be watching it, and I remember the ending, and there's not that many shows where when they end, like I get emotional,
Oh yeah.
but that ending
Hmm.
it wounded me. I mean, I was tearing up while I was watching it, and I was trying to be quiet about it because I think at the time everyone was asleep, and I'm just watching it, and it's like I got to be quiet, but I'm so sad.
Yeah, no, like I thought about that ending for like a while after I watched it, like for maybe like several days after I watched it. It was like very like poignant. How do you pronounce that? Poignant?
Poignant.
Yeah, that it was very poignant and it stuck with me for a while.
Yeah, it is a show there, and there's been a few of them that I've watched recently where they've all had the plan of we are doing 4 seasons, we're doing 5 seasons, and
Mhm.
that's it. We're telling our story, and then we're
Mhm.
done.
Yeah.
And each one where they've done it like that, it's just gotten to me recently. It's just like it's just so much because you've lived with these characters,
Yeah.
you know that it's coming to an end, and it just gets you, and you're like, no, I'm losing these great characters, but you don't want them to keep going for 10 more seasons.
Yeah, that's true. Like you could tell like that's the end. Like there's no need to go forward with that.
Exactly. The way that I found you was through Instagram,
Mhm.
and the reason is because you do cosplay, and I'm pretty sure it's somebody had shared your work at some point, and I cannot remember when or where at this point anyway, where somebody has shared your work on a story, and I most likely found you that way. And how did you first get into cosplay? What was the draw for you to do cosplay?
Let's see. I started cosplaying. It's really funny because I'm actually doing a series. a blog series on my website. I'm really crazy. I am going to do a blog entry detailing every single cosplay that I've done since I first started cosplaying. I started cosplaying when I was 15. I'm like 33 now, so I've cosplayed like a little over half my entire lifetime. So I got into cosplay in like high school. I think with the internet, like I saw people dressing up as their favorite like anime characters, and I was like, "Oh, that looks so cool. I want to do that too." There was like a convention, um just like a local convention that me and my friends went to. We were like freshmen in high school. We all went. Our costumes were really shoddily done, but it was really cute because it's like, oh, baby's first cosplay. Um, I- and ever since then, I was hooked. It was just really fun. Um, one of the huge draws for cosplay, one of the huge draws of cosplay for me is getting to be that character. Like, I'm really into getting into character. So that's like one of the main draws of it for me. And ever like I loved getting into character like back then, and ever since I was really hooked on it, you know?
Okay.
Mhm.
Which characters are some of your like, or I guess when you're choosing a cosplay to do, are you choosing it more on the character or on the costume or outfit, or is it like a mixture of both for you?
It depends. Since I like getting into character, I really like to get to know the character first, so I don't really cosplay things that I don't know the source material of. So like it depends. Sometimes I see a design and I'm like, wow, they look really cool. I want to cosplay that. Let me go look up where they're from and see if I like them. Um, Usually I do. Usually I wind up really liking the character that I like get drawn to based on their appearance first. That actually happened with what's it called? With I've actually had like a little bit of Marvel on the brain lately because of like all the Marvel stuff that's coming out on like Disney Plus.
Yep.
So I think I think they are slowly gearing up for Young Avengers.
Mhm.
And I fell in love with Young Avengers. I like started reading Young Avengers years ago because I saw Wiccan on like I saw photos of Wiccan on like Tumblr, and I'm like, they look really cool. I'm gonna finally dip my toe into like Western comics so I can cosplay that. And then I wound up really liking him, but also while reading Young Avengers, I also wound up loving Kate Bishop. So I wound up cosplaying her as well. So it's like I think Young Avengers is one of those things where it's like one of those examples where it's like I found a character that I cosplayed because I loved their design first, and then I also found a character that I want to cosplay because I loved them in the book.
That's really awesome. I love the Young Avengers. I remember when it came out and I had started reading it and I dug a lot of the characters that were in it and how
Uh-huh.
their characters came to be and what they did in the series and when they went off into the different directions, and totally agree with you
Mhm.
because with all the characters that they're slowly rolling out with Kate Bishop
Yeah,
and Miss Marvel, and they had the two
the twins.
the twins from Scarlet Witch. Uh, they've got America
They have
Chavez is
yeah.
showing up in Doctor Strange.
Also,
So
I think Ant-Man's daughter is the same age as she is in Young Avengers now.
yes, I
Like, and
believe,
yeah.
yeah, they cast. I think they cast a new um they cast a new actress to play
Mhm.
Cassie because I'm pretty sure they're going to start, locking in the 9 or 10 year contracts that Marvel does, and
Yeah, right.
to start having them to do that. But yeah, I fully expect a Young Avengers themed show or movie by like the next phase, like phase
I'm
5.
so excited. I'm so excited because um it'll be like the first time we actually know the source material before they make a movie out of it.
Yep, it's going to be good. And you know, I've as we're recording this in June, you just released a few more pictures of you as Kate Bishop, and
Mhm.
totally rocking the outfit. Love
Thank
the
you.
look. Love the bow that you have. Uh,
Thank you.
it's very solid. I love the whole vibe that I get from the picture.
Oh, thanks so much.
Oh, you are welcome. And now, as far as other cosplays go, I know that there's a few that had caught my eye, like Peggy Carter, Captain America.
Love her.
I love that design, love that look. I saw that you had done a Haku and
Mhm.
Moana, and you had done another Ghibli Howl.
Mhm.
So you just have a wide range, and of course Zuko. I saw that you did Zuko from Avatar,
Oh, I love that one.
and so you just have such a wide range. I love when people who cosplay. I love when they can go from like outside of one thing, like instead of just all video game characters, like anime, TV shows, comics, because it's just such a wide range of what you're doing and who you're cosplaying, and it's really wonderful just to get to see like that whole transformation from one character to the next.
Oh, thanks. Actually, it's really funny. Back in like this is just like I guess kind of related to like the range of stuff that I do. Back in 2015, I went to Katsukan and on Friday I was dressed as Elsa from Frozen and then on Sunday I was dressed as the Winter Soldier. Um so I'm like when people talk about range, I'm like, "Oh, I have some range. I have some range."
That's and I just want to say, because I stumbled across this picture a little bit earlier today while I was prepping. Your your Zuko, it looks like it's posted from 2019, where not only are you rocking the Zuko cosplay, but you have these colored fans to make it look like you're firebending, and
Oh,
that is
yeah.
just stunning, like really cool stuff. I really like that.
Those were actually, those photos I think were taken in, like, 2015 or 2016 or something.
Oh dang.
Yeah. I don't think I've aged at all, actually. But, um, it was funny, during that photo shoot, I actually had those fans are not mine. During the shoot, I had, like, 2 swords as my prop, and that was it. But then, like, as I was doing the photo shoot, there was a another cosplayer dressed as Natsu from Fairy Tale, and is his character like uses fire too. So he had those flame fans on him as his prop, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to borrow these for your shoot?" And he was very generous and lent them to me for like maybe 15 minutes. And we got some really good shots out of it.
Oh wow, that is not only is that just, you know, like super awesome for getting those shots, but it's something with the cosplay community that I've seen as I've recorded with people around like the states and whatnot, is that it's just a lot of times there is that just helping, just
Mhm.
lending and being kind and nice, and not just being like, you know what, they're doing their photo shoot, it's okay, I'll just hold on to my fans. They didn't have to do
Yeah,
that, but they
no,
did.
yeah, it was really cool of them.
Yeah. Now every cosplayer has a list.
Yes.
Every one of them, I know it. It is
Yeah.
not it is not a highly guarded secret anymore, but everyone has a list on what cosplays they want to do next, who they want to portray.
Oh my god.
I know that last year some people were just like, nope, not going. They're not doing anything because last year was rough for everybody, and I
Yeah.
understand. Uh, but who is on your list? What are some cosplays you want to get done for this coming year?
Ooh, okay. So, first one that I really wanna do is Yuri from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I have his materials in my house. I just gotta sit down and do it. I just gotta sew it. But yeah, I really like when I finally get back into like cosplaying regularly again, I would love to do Yuri from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Um as I said before, I have several other Fire Emblem Three Houses characters on that list. But Yuri takes priority for me. Who else do I have? I think I have. Oh, Leo Fotia from Promare. I meant to cosplay him like in 2020, but of course 2020 didn't happen. Oh, and my D&D character. I really want to cosplay my D&D character.
Now, D&D, I need to know what is your D&D character? Get class, race, what are you playing?
Okay. My very first character, who I'm still playing with to this day, he is a wizard, a divination wizard. He is an Eladrin elf. Yeah, Eladrin elf divination wizard, and he is a prince. Um, he's obsessed with stars. Um, Very smart. He hasn't been outside very much. Ran away from home because this is his big first adventure.
Okay, so divination wizard ran away from home to
Mhm.
adventure.
Yep. He is he is the crown prince of his people, but he ran away because mother and father aren't going anywhere yet, so I still have time, right?
I, I got that. I miss playing D&D, but one day I'll get to it.
Mhm.
What's as far as cosplay goes, what's been the hardest thing for you, whether it's to like overcome as far as crafting or photo shoots or just like personal like confidence or whatnot? What's been the thing that's been hardest for you, but you overcame it during your long running time as being a cosplayer?
Oh, jeez. Oh, I used to I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I used to want to have a new costume for every convention that I would go to. Um, and I would always go to several a year. If you could imagine a new costume per convention every year. So it's like several new costumes every year. I have since I have since like been kinder to myself. Um, I've learned to I've learned that like, hey, it's all right if you reuse costumes. Like it's fine. You are old. Stop this.
You are old. That's funny.
It's like you are old. Stop this. Like you can rewear costumes for multiple occasions. It's fine.
That's right. That's one of the things that as somebody on the outside looking in, the concept of making all new costumes for each con that's coming up and each day, I didn't know how it worked and how people could accomplish that and do that. Heck, I don't I like again, outside looking in, when people post their lineups and they're like, in the morning I'm doing this cosplay, but in the evening I'm changing into this.
Oh my
I'm
god.
I'm like, I
Oh
that's
no.
like way to go for you,
I
but I,
know.
I would just want to put something on once and then take it
Yeah.
off and be done.
Usually for me it's like one costume per day of the con. Or sometimes it's like one costume per day, but like sometime you'll have like a backup, more easy costume to change into if
Hmm.
you still want to cosplay for the rest of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is wild when I see like, okay, you're going to a con for 3 days and you're rocking a minimum of 6 different cosplay. It's
Right.
like, oh my goodness, I
It's
don't
like
know.
I'm not going to change I'm wearing one type of makeup today. I am not going to change it.
That's right. You just gotta do the one. It's okay.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
more power to the people that do
Yeah.
too, because I can't like I don't I like to just bum around the house in my t-shirt and sweatpants. I don't know beyond that. Like, I don't know, this this
Yeah.
this quarantine thing has left me just relaxation mode 100% of the time.
Mhm. Totally.
Now, since you've been a cosplayer for so long, what is, if somebody's listening and they're like, I'm interested in cosplaying, what would your advice be for somebody new that's looking to get into it?
Oh. Uh Cosplay is supposed to be fun. Uh you're supposed to have fun. It is a hobby. I mean, I know like there are a bunch of people like it's their livelihood, right? They make money from it, but for I think the grand majority of us it is a hobby. Um it's not it's meant for like just enjoying yourself at a con. Like you don't need it doesn't need to be like what makes you money unless you wanted to. If you just want to like hang out with your friends in costume, that's fine also. Um yeah, just as long as you're having fun and having a good time, that's the most important thing.
That is probably the best thing to take away from it, is just have fun. Just
Mhm.
go out there, enjoy it. Don't get caught up in especially initially, I know, don't get caught up in the perfectionism, or you got to have all the things right exactly. Just go out there, check it out. I know that there's great cosplay communities in different cities and different online groups that you can find and become a part of. They're just really helpful and nice, and
Mhm.
people help. People help each other out, and that's one of the great things that I love to see.
Mhm.
Now, Java, we are pretty much at the end of this podcast. So, for people that have listened and they want to find you out there on the world of the internet, what are some of the best places to do so?
So my Instagram handle is Cuchintachan on Instagram. It's Cuchintachan on Instagram. I'm Cuchinta on Twitter. Um, I don't really post most. I don't really post a lot of my own content on Twitter. It's mostly just me retweeting a bunch of things. Um, and I do have a website. It is under my name. It's Alyssa dash Joval. This is the long. I have a really long last name, but it's Alyssa dash Jovalanos JOVELLANOS.com. On my website, you could see my blog that I mentioned earlier, and you could see all the photos of my past work on there, like all the photos I've ever done. Well, most of them.
Awesome. I will have all the links to all the social media and your website on this podcast episode. Just check the show notes or check the my website or Facebook page, so you all can check out Java on any of the social medias, or check out their blog and website for more information. And Java, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking the time to come and talk with me about the things that you love.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you for listening to Tales from the Fandom. Subscribe to us on iTunes or your podcast app of choice. Follow us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/talesfromthefandom to see photos, links, leave feedback and check out upcoming guests. If you'd like to be a guest, email David at talesfromthefandom@gmail.com.